You wrote the rules. This goes back to my days working at a large public transit authority. They stressed safety at every point related to moving buses, particularly within the depot and outside parking lots. We had 250 buses. As you can imagine, moving large vehicles around in tight spaces can be hard on buses, infrastructure, and people. The layout for our outside lot required about 50 buses to be backed in, 2 rows of 25, nose to tail. Rules required that when backing a bus, we always had to have a backup helper. For obvious reasons, backing 15-ton vehicles into other 15-ton vehicles can lead to mayhem, especially after dark and in poor weather. Management decided they didn't want to pay someone to stand around and do this. There were 6 shifters, operators working the yard to move buses after they pulled in, parked for the night, or moved to maintenance. Rules stated you never leave a bus unattended. If it's running, someone is in the seat. First night, the first bus goes outside and calls the yard dispatcher for help. The yard dispatcher ignores them. Next bus, same thing. After the 6th bus arrives in the yard waiting for backup help, the line for pull-ins was 10 deep around the block, and all the shifters were in the yard. The neighborhood hates the depot anyway. Calls to police begin about buses blocking the streets. The yard dispatcher is flipping out. The backup guy was back within the hour, on overtime for the balance of the pick, about 3 months, since management had eliminated the job. It usually went to an operator on restricted duty for whatever reason. They wrote the rules. Not our job to ignore them.